welcome to my channel. Welcome to this week's WiPnChat. It's the mystery. I'm gonna try and crack along with this and see how we go. Tea, get your cuppas. Oh, that is just the right temperature. It's been sitting there for a few minutes while I've just been setting up. I've got all of my drills just over here out of sight. Actually, if I do, no, I was going to say if I move the screen, I might have been able to show you, but it's just out of camera shot. So I have maybe 20, 30 of the colors, of the 44 colors. Now, this is upside down because I'm trying to keep this as much a mystery for you guys as for me. So when you're doing your colors, make sure that you orientate your symbol the correct direction. I have a battle at the moment in that I'm fighting for an N and a W right next to each other, and they are going to throw me off. And I'm working on N right now. So be careful. Okay. Throw some of these. I should throw more out because there's quite a few of these. Alright. Gotta pick a pen. Didn't pick a pen. What are we dealing with? We've got a few kind of runs. Let's go with this one. The blue tack is not looking the happiest in there. So we'll give that a bit of a press down. The head is looking a bit chewed. But we'll see how we go. Alright, now, upside down. Okay, N. Try and remember what I'm doing. Okay, where are we up to? Hello, welcome to my crazy home. What has happened this week? This week, the new car arrived. Yay! I've driven it twice. Hubby, he's driven it pretty much all the time. And trying to get him out of the seat. Yeah, it's a bit of a feat. So I'm completely unfamiliar with all its doodads and gadgets and everything else. The night I... he just said he's not the one... I'm not the one who spent 6 months reading the manuals. No, he's all kinds of OC about all of that. Anyway, he gave me the first drive of the car. The weather was disgusting. I mean, pissing rain and dark, and it was a strange car for me, and I'm going, oh crap. Yeah, absolutely scared the crap out of me. And you know, I don't... he's blabbering about automatic wipers and lights, and yeah, I was more worried about hitting the car next to me, blind spots flashing on and off, and I'm indicating to go into the next lane. Can't tell where the car behind me is because it's pitch black. There's lights everywhere and reflections everywhere, and the guy ends up eventually beeping me to go into the lane, and I was like, okay. But yeah, it was a bit of a nerve-wracking drive, but got home. Decided to go and get something to eat, so hubby got his drive, navigating to, well, just having a bit of a drive and then navigating to the Chinese that we ended up going to. But this bloody car pings and whistles at you when you go over the speed limit, when you go into a school zone. All the warnings were on. It goes bing bing. It sounds like a tannoy, you know, on a ship announcement kind of thing. Oh, so this thing's pinging and tuning, and you can't go over the speed limit because this silly bitch is telling you to slow down and obey the road regulations. And I'm kind of going, I feel like I'm traveling like a snail. The speed limits by default here are 50 kilometers per hour in built-up areas, which is just under 30 mile an hour, I think, in miles. And yeah, when you've got a hybrid, it just hums, and yeah, it's like you get up to the speed limit in a blink, and then it's like, ah! And then, you know, you've got her nibs. I'm gonna have to give her a name because, yeah, she's not going to be talked about fondly. Yes, telling you to slow down because you're going faster than her allowed limit. We can shut her up, but it's probably easier to keep her turned on, switched on. Yeah, it's going to get in all kinds of inappropriate. Anyway, so apart from bag face under the bonnet, the car is really nice. The heated seats are pretty cool. Oh, what have I done? A drill short. But there's a new saying, a drill short of diamond painting. Yeah. Know anyone like that? Yeah. Oh God. He's chipping in from the cheap seats and he's going, oh, I made a good choice in the car. Yeah. He picked the damn car. He's getting precious. He was getting a bit precious because his name was supposed to be on the rego and the dude didn't put the name on the rego. We have a few gripes about the way the sale was done, right? So we went to the car yard to pick up our car, and the sales dude was with another couple, and he left us standing there. Sophie's taken it upon herself to run around our car because we're standing next to it, because it says Pippa and Marcus, your new car, you know. So we take a photo of that and Sophie starts running around the car, which is covered in a black cloth with a big red bow, and you know, she's just running around the car. We're off to the side of the showroom, and there's nobody here at the end of the day, so quite happy to let her keep running around. And he ignores us for what feels like, I don't know, must be 20 minutes or so. And then he comes over to us and he says, oh, I have some good news. We have to give you back your deposit. I was like, why? Because I thought the deposit would be coming off the payment. No, you get your deposit back. So we had to go and get our deposit back, transferred it back into whatever account it came from. And he disappears again and he's off with the couple, and I don't know what the hell he's doing, whether he's trying to secure a sale. But all up in the lead up to this, he said, oh, I'll be in touch with you when it's in such and such. I'll be in touch with you when it starts to ship. I'll be in touch with you here and I'll be in touch with you there. And yeah, it sounds like a Dr. Seuss comedy of errors, and he didn't get in touch with us. So last week we're driving to work and we spot a car truck with, you know, half a dozen cars on it, one of them being the same or similar make and model to what we've ordered. And my husband gets giddy as a kid in a candy store. And he goes, there's our car, there's our car. So he starts following this thing. And of course, I think I told you this story last week. Anyway, it wasn't our car. Same colour. You know, we can pretend it is. But we didn't get the phone call. I had to ring the sales dude and say, look, what's the story? Where is it? And all that kind of thing. And he goes, no, it's still up in the top of the state and it's not down yet. So we have to wait, and hubby's getting all put out and, you know, kind of going, well, he should have told us it was here and he should have told us it was there and he should have told us it was, you know, ABC. And anyway, eventually, you know, we're the ones who are making the phone calls and not him, and kind of feel like he secured the sale and then didn't follow through. So a little bit disappointed in that. Hubby, I don't know if hubby has actually left a review on the site for this one yet. We're really happy with the car. He's, as I said before, researched the, you know, the doodads out of this thing. So he's been watching what we call our YouTube porn on all things car on a regular basis. He sends me links all the damn time, which I don't have time or whatever to watch. You know, some of the videos are a bit kind of, what? Yeah, some of them are quite technical, and not that I'm not tech, but I just can't handle it when I'm in the middle of work. You know, that kind of thing. And it was like, well, we haven't got the car yet, so what's the point? And all that kind of thing. Anyway, he likes being prepared, so he can go for it. Yeah. Oh, God. All of that was already on, dear. So yeah, he's been driving me into work. It is an absolute pleasure to drive this thing. The first night when I brought it home, I'm kind of, oops, I reverse it into the driveway and get this smell of, you know, as if I'd been riding the brakes or doing burnouts. I'm kind of thinking, well, that's not good. But we figured, because then hubby got the same smell later that night, and he googled it, and a lot of the people are saying, oh yeah, for the first 100k you get all the oils burning off a brand new car. It had 11 kilometers on the clock when we got it, and I had to actually pull over and take a photo because I forgot to do it in the yard when we were picking up the car. So yeah, brand new baby. So quite nerve-wracking. And then we had to sell Norbert. We had a buyer who had paid a deposit. She had to travel over from the west coast, and she could only get a bus from the west coast twice a week. We had snow forecast this week, and it was like, oh my god, is she even going to be able to get here with the snow? I wasn't sure if the roads were going to be closed. And anyway, she came with her kids, and her daughter, who is verbal autistic, was standing next to the car going, Mum, this is a Jeep, we're getting a Jeep. But she was so excited, it was so gorgeous. Yeah, it was really, really cute. So then we took them to the playground, and she and her sister played on the swings for, it seemed like, I think we were there for an hour while this horrific wind was coming in off the bay, and I was freezing, absolutely freezing cold, keeping an eye on my two and her two, while hubby was kind of telling her all about the quirks of Norbert, and you know, he's a diesel, he likes, you know, a little bit on the gas, you know, otherwise he'll stall, and things, you know, finicky little things that, you know, a new car might have. He found it a bit strange to get used to when he started driving it, so he wanted to kind of pass it on, and she really appreciated that. And then we ended up driving her down to where she was staying, because she's not familiar with Hobart driving in the city at rush hour. Not that we have a crazy rush hour, but she didn't want to drive in the city at crazy rush hour, so I drove her down to the hotel and left her there to get settled in so that she could do the drive back to the west coast the next day. And she got home okay, Norbert behaved himself, she loves him, and yeah, all is well in the world. Sorry? Well, yeah, she called Norbert her when she saw a picture of the dragon that I used to have in the dash. Anyway, Norbert's a boy. Norbert was a boy for us. She can be a her for her. So yeah, it's all good. But big relief, and yes, it all got sorted, and yeah, I'm happy with the way it all settled. I've got a glare right in the wrong spot for me to be able to view the N's and the W's. So yeah, it all worked out. Timing was excellent. I took off 2 hours on Friday to be able to meet her and do all of that, so that she wasn't rushed and I wasn't rushed, and there was no pressure, and yeah, it was all good. So very, very thankful to have advice from a car dealer friend of ours who said, oh, put it down for this price, because we were thinking, you know, 1,000 or 2 less, because that, you know, was what the Red Book price might be. Yeah, we got it for the price that we needed it to be, with a little bit more, which was nice, because Mocha cost me over $1,000 getting teeth pulled on Wednesday. So he's missing a front tooth, and I haven't actually looked at the rest of his mouth, but I think they said that they pulled teeth on his left side, top and bottom, maybe the back 3 of front and top and bottom. So he's on what he must think is absolute luxury food, is those dog meat rolls, which, you know, it's chicken and something or other from the supermarket, but yeah, he's on soft meat, And then he gets special biscuits that help clean his teeth, and yeah, he should be right after that. Need to get him teeth cleaning stuff in future, so what was recommended were pig's ears from the pet shop. Not rawhide, rawhide's not encouraged, but pig's ears, and I think she said something else about horse something, but I'm not quite sure what that was. Anyway, I'll go to the pet shop and I'll get him some treats. He doesn't get enough bones because we don't eat roast all that often, and I tend to leave the bone in for the roast, so he doesn't get them afterwards because then they get brittle. And the chicken nibble the wing ends. They're always a bit of a treat. I love chicken wings, so I'm quite happy to get full wings and chop the niblet bits off to throw to him. It's a bit of a challenge for him to catch them and remember how to catch them, and all of that kind of stuff. So it used to be a bit of a treat. I'd give one to each of the dogs, and we'd kind of toss one, and yeah, that was a bit of fun for me with them. A bit of playtime. I'm catching on this. I'm going to have to put a roll on the middle. Hang on 2 seconds. Scissors. Let me show you this on camera. So what I've done, I've cut open a toilet roll. Bianca, I think, was asking this. Bianca, Brittany. So there's one roll, and I'm just pushing the next one on, and that's how I lightly compress my roll. And all it does as well is stop those sticky bits from peeling up too. And it gives me like I can put some pressure on without feeling I'm going to crease the canvas or anything like that. I think I have placed every N, but you know how it goes. I'll put it away, and one will jump out at me. And I have this weird glare on my canvas. Not quite sure why. I received my Darn Good Yarn box that had been missing in action for so long. So that was really cool, and it has given me, no, actually that one, the one that went missing in action gave me some felting yarn. I've never tried felting, my sister has. Well, actually I'm not even sure it's felting, it's merino, but it looks like what I'd expect felt to be. I'm just going to grab these in order of left to right. I'm not going in any particular order. So again, keep it upside down. This is the heart. There's not too many of those. This is black, 310. So I got a mystery box with the mystery item in it were some felt coasters. So felt balls made into coasters, which I could put on my desk because they're kind of pretty. The July box gave me a lace weight wool, which I'm thinking I'm going to get into some string art with. String art is something I have done for decades, on and off. I actually taught a class in a Bible camp that I was an auntie. Actually, I'm not even sure if I was an auntie in it. I probably was, because all the counselors were aunties. But I was an assistant, and I ran the string art class with everyone who wanted to do the string art. So you signed up for whatever classes that you wanted to do, and some of the kids did the ship. They had a week to create this, so I don't think we had to cheat with anyone. We might have to get the nails in for some of the kids a bit better, but in the most part they did it pretty well. It's not something I can record with sound for you, because who the hell wants to listen to hammering? I might have to just record it and do voiceovers. We'll see how we go. And it's a fair weather project too. And I don't have a tripod for my phone, so I'd have to jury rig something downstairs under the deck maybe, and that kind of thing. But that would be kind of fun to show you. Doing string art, which once the nails are in on the board, is quite therapeutic, just weaving around to make your shapes. And yeah, there's a trick I found to putting the nails in perfectly every time, and that's basically to get a wooden peg, and you hold the peg and the nail and you just bang, and that means that your fingers don't get smashed or anything like that, and your nail goes to the perfect depth each time. It's a little bit involved in the board, depending on whether you paint it or you put felt down. You could put a fabric down. PVA glue sometimes comes through it, so you've got to have a fairly thick kind of fabric. Flannel might work if you don't want to have felt. But I've got 350 yards of this stuff that I've got to work out distance. No, it's not. Have you got Flopsy in there? You goose. She's put Flopsy in the dragon bag that I may have shown you recently. The dragon got put in the car today. I found my sticky dots and remembered to put him in, so he's now on the dash. So Trevor now has his in-house, where you told me.
Oh.
It's on my side of the car. Passenger side, that would be. My car. I'm paying the car.
Yeah.
He gets to drive it and have all the fun and pleasure.
Telling the world that I get to drive. Now we know.
Yeah, now I've told her, I actually said to him, so I'm going to have to go on a road trip by myself to be able to drive my car. And he goes, yeah. Little things. Now, I'm doing a plus, which is kind of multi-angled. Yeah. Okay. Weather this week. It was supposed to blizzard. It was supposed to snow down to sea level on Tuesday. The snow stayed in the clouds on Tuesday. And on Monday. It was just dark, wet, miserable, and freaking cold. That was okay. I wasn't too bad with that. Woke up Friday morning and I'm just pottering around the bedroom trying to get dressed, and I'm going, what the... I felt like my engine had seized. I was so sick. I was so unbelievably sore, and have been unbelievably sore because it's been so cold. He says I'm being grumpy too. Seriously, I got some relief last night with the alcohol, and I need to have a conversation with him about that. But the painkillers aren't getting to it. Physio wasn't helping, and it was just like, oh man. One of my bosses that he was kind of saying to me, "You're right." I said, yeah, I had was coming in for what I thought was going to be a minor office day, and then it got into a bigger office day because, people were doing whatever they do. And he's kind of going, well, what's wrong with you? And I said, I'm so freaking sore. And he said, well, why didn't you stay home? And I was like, well, I thought I had a load day and all that kind of thing. And, if I bail, then somebody else has got to carry the can. And yeah, wasn't good. Wasn't nice. I'm looking at things on the floor going, oh shit, I've got to bend down and get that. But just standing and moving, and I tell you what, and you know what the kicker is, and this may be right or wrong, but my GP did an osteoarthritis blood test or something on me, and he said, no, you don't have osteoarthritis. Well, I frickin' well felt like I did on Monday. Far out. I'm, 47, and I felt ancient. Oh, not fun. Yeah. And I'm kind of thinking, how much longer can I live in Tassie for a winter? We actually hit a record low in the Midlands in a town called Lyowini. 2 people live there, I think the police officer and the park ranger or something. The rest are, you know, tourists or slightly more outlying, but effectively the town has 2 residents there. Yeah, there is a town. There's Great Lakes Hotel or something. Sorry?
It's hydro huts.
It's hydro huts. So it's seasonal workers. Anyway, not the point. There's a picture of the bloody cop and he's standing in his uniform with frickin' t-shirt sleeves on. I was like, what the hell, you lunatic? He was actually on the TV as well for being, you know, I'm single, I'm available, you know, come and... he's a dork. Yeah, it was really funny. So yeah, there was a picture of him in his t-shirt sleeves. The low it hit was minus 14.2, which is the lowest recorded temperature in this town ever. But I think they've only been recording for the last 50 years. So, you know, it's a little bit loose in saying it's the lowest temperature ever. But it's freaking cold every year in the Highlands, because it's Highlands. I'm not actually sure what the height of the land is up there. But it says Highlands. We've got... the mountain here gets covered in snow, and that's 1,100 meters. So the Highlands are, you know... Or 1287, right. You know, that kind of thing. It's like... Yeah. And it's cold. There is snow on the mountain. Woke up this morning and the whole place is covered in fog, like pea soup, and it's burnt off now, and it's now 10 to 12. It was burning off at about 20 past 10. So, yeah, that's what the weather is doing. And I don't know if it's just a case of feeling it in my bones now because it's such a low overall temperature or barometer, whatever the hell it is, that people say, oh no, they can feel the weather when it's changing. But yeah, it's like, am I going to be able to stay in Tasmania for winters? Because... Yeah, how did I survive Ireland? Well, we were probably permanently cold, and I wasn't old then. I left Ireland in my 30s. Taking better precautions?
Like wearing warm clothes.
Yeah, I would have had... I will layer up here. I don't know. But the bone aching chill, yeah, I can't explain that one. That's... I don't know. It could just be that my disc is playing up. Not entirely sure, but... If this is potential of old age... And, you know, I still haven't lost anything. You know, weight. Marbles, yes. Weight, no. Haven't lost any weight, which is frustrating as well. Although the fact you'd think it'd keep me insulated, no. Oh god, now I'm getting criticised about thermal inertia. I know I lost weight when I was on my coffee diet. Don't recommend the coffee diet, but when I was on my coffee diet and I lost my weight, I was permanently freezing. I can't recall what time of year that was, though. It may have even been the summer, but yeah. If only you had the sound pickup. Can you turn that stupid thing off? Sophie's gone and walked away, leaving her iPad playing Bing Bunny. And Bing Bunny... Actually, probably sounds just like me. He's an irritating, whingy little bastard of a bunny. Yeah. And my husband's going to say, you sound just like me.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Well,
are you? Because you see, keep criticising me this morning. You're going to make me cry.
Now I'm going to... Gosh, now every time I hear him whinge, I'm going to think, now, does it sound like Pippa? I don't know.
Stay tuned for divorce dates. I couldn't afford it. You or me.
Well, I have zero income, so...
Gosh.
That's a fact, but no, I don't think you can afford it either. 2 divorces in a decade? God. Not trying to suggest attractive marriage.
At least he makes me smile on occasion, even if it is one of those delusional oh God, what am I... Yeah. We called up to his parents yesterday for, you know, a drive. Collected the kid out of school and went on a road trip. And then she actually had a friend come for pizza last night, so that was interesting. She was doing the rounds of bragging of, oh look, we've got this, and oh look, we've got this, and it was interesting. Yeah, it was almost like she was showing off. It was like, oh God, really? I don't remember my kids behaving the same. They probably did. I'm not. My kids are certainly no freaking angels, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was different because there was so many in my house. So if, you know, the youngest would have had a friend around, you know, they would have been ogling over the big brothers, and or, I don't know. Anyway, kids. But eventually they settled down and they made up their pizzas and that kind of thing. So yeah, it was nice. Although I was very tempted to ask this kid how old she was, because she's a big girl. She's tall, whereas ours is still quite short. I was like, are you actually 11? I would have thought she was maybe 12. And she's got 3 piercings in the bottom of her ear, you know, which is, again, a more mature kid kind of thing. And unusually for a girl, she has her hair quite short. But they seem to have fun. They had pizzas. We have rejigged how we do our pizzas now. We started last week because we effectively have leftovers on the Sunday of our pizza, because, you know, one batch makes quite a bit. What we did was we shared the pizza last weekend, so I had one half of the pizza and hubby had the other half. Now that means that I put onion on my half, and, you know, so we had 2 separate halves of pizzas. But it meant that we kept a raw pizza for the next day. So that's what we've got again today. So the kids shared their pizza yesterday, so, you know, they had a half and half. And Sophie's got fully cooked, so hers is going to get reheated. But then I've kept our pizza and effectively divided it into thirds, which means that we get 2 pieces each today for lunch. Fresh pizza. Instead of reheated pizza. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see if this works out, because what I've had to do is divide it into the thirds, because we all have different things on our pizzas, and mine is covered with the onion so that I know which is my bit, because I have the barbecue sauce on mine. Hubby doesn't do the barbecue sauce. And yeah, we'll see how it goes, see if it works, and cutting it into thirds if that's an issue, and if this is a thing, we'll have a fresh pizza kind of thing for lunch instead. So yeah, potentially that could be a bit of a game changer. And we don't need, you know, the half that we would have the night before, because it's only lunch, and then we have a roast dinner at the end of the day. So that's where we're at with that one. Star. Blue star. I think I only saw one of these when I was kitting up. Do you think I can see it now? No. Can you come here and help me? There it is. And it is literally just the one. Sophie wants to sit on the chair, oops, next to me. Today I was like, no, because then she starts playing with the magnets, and then she starts leaning into the work, and it's like, yeah, you're getting into my space now. Kids. Still none the wiser with the trip to the mainland. Melbourne's COVID figures have continued to go off the show. Under 400 today, but there was over 700 during the week, and it hasn't really plateaued out. It's maybe starting to plateau. I think by the end of the week it should be kind of evening off, because they've got complete lockdowns up there. Suburbs are locked down, essential workers only working, and all of that kind of thing. So with no people moving around, the whole transmission levels should start to drop off. That's how Australia is dealing with it. We did have one young woman return from the mainland test positive in Tasmania, which frightened the crap out of everyone, and she was isolated when she got here anyway, and that didn't go anywhere, and she was better, I think, within a week. Either that or she left, I'm not quite sure, but either way we've got no active COVIDs in the state again, whereas we had seemed to have some active COVIDs up north that took forever to get better. Like 50 days since we had a new case, but we still hadn't been COVID free, so some people were taking a long time to heal from whatever. But now apparently we're back to COVID 0. So that's good. Social distancing is not happening. There's all sorts of complaints. There's we can put complaints in through the, I think it's the COVID app. There's a website or something, and you can say some places are not compliant. So there was a report on Facebook. We have a he's a bit of a gossipy bitch. He calls himself the Vigilante News, and he will report on, you know, all sorts of things like corrupt police, people doing the wrong thing, and he sits there with the police scanner and basically sticky beaks. He's, you know, Great Aunt Wilma kind of thing. Who knows everybody else's business, and he always dobs it off as kind of saying, subscribers tell us, you know. Anyway, there was a photo saying that one of the bars in town was jam-packed, completely against all the COVID social distancing regs. And I'm kind of going, yeah, this is nothing new, to be honest. If we're going to get an outbreak, yeah, we're stuffed again, but this is nothing new. The cafes, particularly some of the Asian cafes, have had seating, you know, elbow to elbow with other table users. So you've got a table of 4 elbow to elbow with another table of 4. Now the table of 4 might all know each other and, you know, work together or whatever, and have already, you know, shared bodily fluids together. But the table next to you hasn't. And there's no social distancing from that point of view. So that kind of freaks me out. So going into the city is like, okay. Not really happy with this. So some restaurants are great. They've taken out half of their seating, but these, you know, there's still a couple and they haven't. And that's a little bit concerning. Now I'm looking for J, and I'm actually not seeing J. Oh, there they are. They're yellow like the one next to them. Or maybe there's only one. Because the rest look like they're the chevrons. Marcus is turning off my lights, or he's unplugging the lights. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, I did put some washi tape on the trim here. The excess goes off, you know, 0.5 centimeter, so I popped some washi tape on. Did not peek into the rest of the picture. P, then it looks like there's 2 P's. Ooh. See if I can get that out. Bit of flotsam. Oh. Any more P's? I will then take that and chuck it in the bin because I don't need excess whatever that was. A few of those. The colours in this are incredible. Lots and lots of pinks and oranges in this bit. I still have no idea what it is. Thank you, Julie. This is the mystery painting. Actually, I might as well tell you what this is. Sorry, 40 minutes in. It's the mystery painting from crafting journey on Facebook. Rebecca has kickstarted this couple of months off. So this is an Evermoment kit. We picked the kit in, you know, your mutual sizes, so she and I both bought sizes that were the same, so you're spending the same money. If you wanted to do a smaller one, you know, 30 by 40, you could have done. But I kind of figured 30 by 40, you've got to be so careful with the image that it's not going to lose it in the detail. So hence why both Julie and I went for slightly larger. They're still reasonably easy to do. It's not a snack, but it's not a 10-course meal. And they do have enough detail, usually. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what she does. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what I get. I'm really happy that it's Evermoment. The drills are perfect. The colours are just popping. The colours are amazing. So yeah, this is one that I'm looking forward to getting into. So if you want to watch our progress, I'm not sure what the hashtag is. I need to actually do some research on that. If I find out when I'm editing, I will put it in the description down here. Oops, found one. And you can follow along on Instagram, and if you are really interested, you can join in on the next one, which will probably be, I don't know, in the next 6 months, I would imagine. And you can see what we get up to with mystery paintings. As I mentioned, what was it, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, when I was talking about it, Rebecca did it with DP Adventures. Oh, I'm sorry about that. That's my drink reminder. DP Addiction Adventures, I think, or DP Adventures. Jennifer Roberts. She and Rebecca did it, and Rebecca ended up getting the most bizarre looking watermelon horse, and Jen ended up getting a cat putting on stockings. So there can be some strange pictures out there. That's for sure. And I don't know if they were Evermoment, actually. But the thing with Evermoment is Zoe can take off the pictures from the inventory and help make it a bit more mysterious for purchasers. So they're not quite customs, but they have been tweaked in the thumbnail being removed. So some companies will do that. There is actually a company out there who can print it black and white, but I don't know if they're an active diamond painting manufacturer or if that was just a favor. That was the other mystery painting I've got, where all these fields that I'm drilling were also black and white. So the only color hint you have is your color palette, like your jars. And after that, and I was looking at this going, I asked her for something Irish autumnal, I think was what I was asked for, and I got no clues. Could not tell if there was a waterfall in the picture or something. I think I might have said waterfall Irish autumn as her code word, and all we had to do was find a Google picture. We didn't even have to find a diamond painting, so that we could go absolutely crazy on that. So yeah, interesting, and I really need to get around to doing that so I can see what it is. Yeah, so there's that. What else is happening? I've got everlasting tips arrived from my multi-placers. I've got Penz on the way. I received 2 of my DAC orders. One of them being the 11th Doctor. And being Matt Smith Doctor. And I think the 10th is possibly on pre-order or also there. And I've got a Randall Spangler in the boxes. I managed to get one of the, might be the Universe in the Jar thing. Oh, one thing I've noticed. DAC's website, which is, you know, minor gripe. When you used to put an order into, not an order, put a diamond painting into your wish list and then you purchased it, it would disappear out of your wish list. Now it doesn't do that. So now I'm kind of going, oh god, now I've got to go through my past orders to figure out, have I actually ordered this? Is it in transit or whatever? And the pre-orders then as well. And it's like, just don't want to have two paintings the same if I can avoid it. So yeah, it's a bit more work. But yeah. Minor issue. Just got to be careful, that's all. I got my latest Sophie and Toffee box arrive. That's the succulents one. And then the next month that's coming is the dice. I meant to cancel the dice and I think I stuffed up. I think I ended up skipping the wrong month. So I've got dice coming already, which is annoying because I'm not into the gaming dice. Anyway. Yeah, so I've contacted Sophie and Toffee and asked for some clarification on the order that I thought I was changing from regular to premium, because they don't actually have an upgrade button, which just charges you the difference. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's going to be a smooth fix. Oh, Sophie's in a crappy mood. Apparently she came out this morning. I don't know where she got the chips from. Maybe they were sitting in the vacuum press that hubby hadn't sealed. She is able to break into the bags anyway, if depending on how they've been cut and if they're jagged. But apparently she had chips for her breakfast before her sister made her some toast. Yeah. Resourceful kid. Well, it wasn't sealed when I went. Well, I don't know why there was an open bag.
Well, it wasn't open when I left it.
Okay, well, I don't think she can work scissors. Anyway. She's helping herself to food. It's alright. My eldest used to do that for himself and his little brother. They'd go in and he would haul the kitchen bench into, so he'd haul the bench that was in the dining area into our kitchen to get up onto the cupboard, to get into the chip cupboard, which I ended up having to put a child lock on up at, you know, a high adult size cupboard. Yeah, resourceful, but at least it gave the adults a bit of a lie-in, and yeah, it was fine. Kids. Ways and means. She actually, up at the grandparents yesterday, she started dragging one of the old chairs out and around to the front of the doll's house she was playing at, because she couldn't reach the top of the doll's house, so she was dragging the chair around so she could stand on the chair and reach the top of the doll's house. No flies on this kid. What next? There was some browns. Yeah, some browns coming up. This is kind of a ready pinky brown. Sorry, U-turn. I'm trying to remind myself of the icon. And again, keeping it in the orientation so that I put it in the right way. It's particularly pertinent if you have more than one direction arrows, or you've got those triangles that are, you know, top and bottom of the square, that kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do about my back. have a friend in Queensland who's also done the same thing. She's got, actually, I think she was saying she's got pain down her legs, so that's really on the nerve. It's not fun. It's exhausting. Hubby's now saying I'm grumpy, which means that I'm passing on the love. But even when I'm sitting and it spasms or triggers, oh God. I mean, the pain is localized in my back, but when it spasms, it's just really sore. It's not shooting down my legs or anything. It's just really sore in that spot. I was really tempted to slap a heat pack on the other day and decided not to. I just feel like sitting at home is not going to be the answer. And this feels like I had just damaged it again. It's like, it's really pain. That's all it is, just pain. And the pain meds aren't enough. And I can't drink at work. I think they'd probably have a problem if I was sniffing the vodka. Get an exemption? Oh. I've got a colleague who actually has, I think most of his back has been reconstructed in various points in time, and he actually has weaned himself off the pain meds, which were really, you know, they were really good, he was saying. Yeah, I think that's an awesome achievement for him. But, yeah. Ah! I think I said to one of the old girls in the office, nobody warns you when you're in your 20s that when you're in your 40s you're going to feel like shit. Physically. Yeah. Yeah. So kids, if you're out there, be kind to your body in your teens and your 20s, because, you know, if you're not, it is gonna break down and ache on you. And if it's doing this now for me, it's like, well, what the hell is it gonna do in, you know, 5, 10, 20 years time? It's like, far out. And it's all well and good saying, oh, you know, you need to lose weight, you need to exercise, but when you're so bloody sore at the time, it's like, I don't feel like it's, you know, my kind of go-to when I'm hurting is to stop. And isn't that what the body, you know, does naturally? When it hurts, it stops, it gets inflamed, which means that it can't move, it's not as mobile, and then it heals, and yeah. I don't know. Don't know what the answers are. All I know is it's not fun. Oh, I missed one. I missed one of those funky L's. There. Oh. Oh, because we had the school friend come around last night for pizza. We ended up getting burgers for takeaway on our burger night instead of making burgers because we needed to tidy up. I think I ended up eating my burger. No, I didn't have a burger. I had chicken strips with Sophie and onion rings, and there was great big chunky fries, and it was really nice. Bit different from our usual. So yeah, that was nice, but by golly, it's expensive eating out for a family. I was like, yipes. Sorry? Sign of old age was that it's expensive to eat out.
Inflation.
Oh, inflation. Don't know. It's been no. No, it's not like that at all. He's saying, he's kind of saying it was $2. No, when I was feeding my 4 kids and, you know, the ex when we went out, yeah, it would have just been as ridiculously expensive you know, but we did it way more often, stupidly. We also had a dual income, but that's not the point. He was very much kind of, oh no, let's go out, and I don't know, he would pay for it or something. I don't know, it was all a joint account, but anyway. Or he'd stick it on the credit card. That's how he lived back then. But when you're living from a wage and, you know, that's your income, it's like, this is not cheap. Which I can see why, you know, hubby's kind of going, no, 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 we'll make it. You know, we'll do the fancy. I actually had ranch dressing, and there was a smoky barbecue aioli, and there was an aioli, and all these different dips that we got, and they were really yummy. It was a really nice treat to have. I'm looking. I thought I had done. Oh yeah, I have. The hourglass. I had done the hourglass. Where are you? There. But trying to find these sauces in the supermarket doesn't always happen. The regular supermarket just doesn't sell them, so can't always have, you know, nice aiolis. And well, you can get an aioli, but you can't always get some, you know, nice dippy kind of aiolis that are so infrequently used. But the chunky fries were really cool. Also got the skinny fries. They just lost their heat too quick. The chunky fries were nice. They were fluffy and they were seasoned nicely and that. And then hubby and the kids' burger came wrapped in paper, I suppose like a McDonald's or a Supermax or whoever. You know, wrapped in the wrap, keeping it all in. And then the onion rings and the chicken strips came in a cardboard box. So, you know, all the packaging is now eco-friendly here. It was kind of cool. Yeah, but I do like those dips. You could have got a chili dip as well, but hubby doesn't do the spice. He's too scared of it. He used to eat, but doesn't anymore. Now, I've got some colour blocking. Look at this, I've got some colour blocking. It's really interesting on some of the groups where we're seeing new people kind of saying, hey, I'm new to diamond painting, and they're asking questions, and, you know, or I saw one photo and it was somebody asking if what they were looking at was color blocking, and I was like, well, what makes you think that's color blocking? It was pretty much checkerboard in two colors. The whole lot was just checkerboard. I've not seen anything like it. But yeah, interesting that you know, they're just so new. And it was, you know, even reminded me of my daughter doing Trixie. She's going, I can't get the drill to stick on the pen. And I said, have you put the wax on? And she goes, wax? I said, yeah, and you've got to peel the cover off the wax. You know, it's just little things like that that I don't think she had even realised. You know, we take things for granted when we've been doing the hobby for a while, and you forget what might seem like a dumb question. It's not a dumb question, because the dumb question is not asking in the first place. So if you have questions, please ask. And if you've got ideas that make things work better, please share. Because your sharing might not be something that other people will have thought of. And it might be revolutionary to them. You know, it might make or break the hobby for someone else. So yeah, I think sharing the intellectual resources is good. I have... yeah, I have no idea. Is it a tiger? Do you think? Could this be tiger stripes? No idea what this is. I don't know. Nope. Still haven't finished put in the C. The C is an orange. No, what am I doing? I'm doing the asterisk. I'm getting distracted by going, what is it? What is it? We have a roast lamb for dinner today. We had roast chicken last week. That was yummy. Hubby doesn't like doing the white meat. He gets scared of it. All I do is twist the drumstick, and if it twists out, it's done. And there was so much left over from the 2.5 of us that I was able to make my lunches for the week, and there was still left over enough to be able to supplement the pasta on the Monday night. So we had chicken in our pasta. So that was cool, because I don't tend to reuse the lamb in our pasta. That will get used in the soup that hubby makes on the Tuesday. If there's any leftovers, I tend to have Caesar salad during the week for my work lunch. Okay, so I've got an 8, I've got an equals, a W and a C. Equals WC. Yep, I've got all the right drills out. Cool! It's always a pain when I've gone through the box and gone through and picked out bits and it hasn't got all of them. No, I have missed one. The upside down triangle, but I've already had that out. And again, the trick that I have is not pushing them all the way back in, so I can tell what's been used and what's not been used. Now this storage system is from Logan Store. They've changed the bottles on these. So the square top bottles, they, I don't know, they're a little bit coarser on the screw thread than the rounded top bottles. I don't know, it's the plastic that they use. It just feels that little bit more kind of scratchy. Again, me, tactile. That's all. Okay, W's. I'm going to do the middle top. Ooh, 666. Next time round, I'm not sure where I'm going to go. Blockwise? Maybe coming up here, off the picture, like up here. So there's big gaps. But hopefully no spoilers. Oh, sorry, runny nose now. Choice. Ooh. Oh. Ouch. That was a piece of just domed plastic that you get as trash. I don't think I've had trash drills yet. I've had trash, but no trash drills, and even then the trash has been 2-3 pieces. I think I had kept my trash can unfortunately has a flat bottom and then it's got holes, so all my trash actually falls out of that. Then I've got this, which I haven't been using, I've been a bit slack on. And I've also got this, which I could use to put some drills in. My hip fell off. Anyway, this is kind of handy. I'm missing the magnet from that. It's probably got stuck on some of my clips back here that are rattling around the back. Anyway, I'll find that. I could use that as a cover reminder and clip it, or I could just put trash drills in that. That is Mini Diamond Girl. Did the leaf. I'm a Monstera mum. I have a Swiss cheese plant. Have had one since I was a teenager, and then had to leave it behind. I actually don't know who inherited it. My brother took it for me. He moved into my house when I moved to Australia. He moved back from Australia and moved into my house, and then we sold it a year later, and I'm not sure what happened when he moved to Australia again with his partner. What happened to the Swiss cheese plant? I don't know if he left it in the house or gave it to someone in the family, but yeah, this thing sat on this desk as a teenager, went up to the ceiling, came back down again, went back up to the ceiling, and then it got moved to the floor when it got moved to my married home. I managed to grow an avocado, I think, in the couple of years before we left Ireland. That got to about 4 feet. 4 feet? No, it wouldn't have been 4 feet high. Maybe 3 feet high. That was pretty good. Had to leave my avocado behind. It, you know, was never expecting it to grow fruit. It was just the challenge of growing fruit from a seed in Ireland. You know, because you can, and it's cheap, and you know, I liked plants. I used to have spider plants as well, so in the last 2 years, maybe, I've got a spider plant, and it's had spiderlings, and they're everywhere. And my Swiss cheese is not in the best of places, unfortunately. It's quite a sprawling monster, and I need to get a better sport stake for it. But it's having a new baby at the moment. It's got a new leaf sprouting up. I need to keep its water regime a bit more regular. And yes, I do talk to my plant. Well, only when it's listening. There was another, I think that's an L. Yep. Funky L. I'm just trying to square off my edges as much as possible so that I don't have too much empty sticky, exposed sticky, uncovered. Words. Now. Okay. That's a nice bit of confetti in there. With the red and the pink. Did you put Sophie to bed? Oh, okay. It is nice when we don't have Octonauts playing 24/7. Alright, 2 left. Orange and pink. I'm going with the orange. Now, I think I've got some more colour blocking with this, so this will go reasonably quick. No, now we're down to 3s and 4s. Oh well, it's nice while it lasted. If you have used a multi-placer, don't forget you don't have to fill every you know, piece of the head. You can trim them off, so you know, if you're placing 3, you just have to pick up 3, or you can leave a gap so that you can bridge a gap. Sorry, just sticking those down a bit. Wait, so that's the 7 placer. That's right. Ew, that was bad. That didn't pick up quite so tidily. Get in. And there's a hair. I think, have you watched? Cheryl Burns? Dancing with the Stars, Cheryl. Anyway, she did a video with Mrs. Coffee and Rachel and Dazzle Driller. Now, I don't know who Dazzle Driller is. Dazzle Driller is on Instagram. But she did an interview with them. Mrs. Coffee was saying that she only ever uses a multi-placer. She doesn't actually use a single placer. She just uses one drill in the multi-placer head. So yeah, don't feel like you have to be placing 15 drills at a time or you can't use a multi-placer head. And I have shown the multi-placer placing, you know, 2 or skipping 1 and placing 1 and that kind of thing. So use your tools if you can. Use them the way that you need to use them. And don't think you always have to go in the same line, because look, changing orientation and I've got a 4 down. Changing orientation and I can put 3, you know, so, you know, look left, right and up and down, because you might find, note there's only a 1 in that direction, but there might be a 4 in the other direction. Ugh, I do love these drills, they're awesome. What I'm doing, so now I've got a 2 and a 2 down one end and a 1 down the other, so I can put 3 down in one movement almost. And again, I'm just picking up 2 odd ones. You know, I could pick up 3, which, okay, so I've got nice space between, oops, nice space between the 3. And then I've got 1 that can go here, and 1 that can go here, and then I've got another one that can go there, you know. And I've just placed 3 in quick succession rather than 1 at a time, while it's still 1 at a time. You know, if that makes sense. I've got 3 with a gap, like checkerboard, and again you can pick them up. My blue tack is getting a bit blurry there, but you can see how they're spaced apart in the tray. You know, use that to your advantage if you need. And it can help if you're just looking at, you know, what you're picking up and what you're putting down. You know, you can force your placement and make it really fly through. This blue tack is all kinds of ink at the moment. Now I did hear there is a, I didn't actually realise when I bought it, there is a new wax person in Australia, and this is actually the wax here. I was buying it for the lolly jars and didn't realise there was wax in it. My bad. But some people are saying that it's really good. I'm not sure what it is, whether it's a soy or not. All I know is I like the lollies. And do you hear that crunch of the squares? That's what you get when you have the proper checkerboard stuff going on. That satisfying sound. And I'm not going to get into ASMR. That would be weird. That's all that. Okay, nearly there. Downward run. Thank you for joining me. I wonder if it's a butterfly. Could be like a butterfly wing. I don't know. It's very big if it is. Gosh, that's very, very close in tone to the one I'm putting it next to. Wow. Yeah, wouldn't want to be mixing up those drills because they're almost identical. I can see a bit of a difference now with them next to each other, but the I don't know, I think it's just how Evermoment work up their kits. They're amazing. I don't know if they use computers to do their pictures, or if they have a person who actually programs them like DAC. The only thing is you do need to be careful. I did find that there was a lot of stolen images on Evermoment, which was disappointing. They either don't know or don't care. I have found as well Moon Crescent. Wayne Zhao is I think the person behind Moon Crescent, Sophie Beauty, Moon Zero, and they use a lot of stolen images. They posted them in the group, and it was like, hey, that's oh, what was her name? I've got Sheena Pike on my head, but it wasn't a Sheena Pike. It was Micah Jelena, one of her, or maybe more than one of hers. And I posted on the group saying, hey, this is a Micah Jelena, is this licensed? And I don't know what happened to that image, but I don't think it got put up anymore. He's doing pens, not quite sure who's actually making the pens for him, whether he's making the pens or what. But they'll do diamond painting pens. Not that they seem to be copyrighted or anything. You know, anyone can pour resin and make bumpy pens. But he's making them as well. But yeah, just got to be aware, I guess, of the prettier images out there. Chances are there's an artist behind them, and if you're lucky, they're licensed to a bigger company. Now, if I had a choice between, say, buying a Diamond Art Club or a copy from Evermoment, I would still go with Diamond Art Club. I don't think you're saving much money. You're going to save money on the people who take the blurry, you know, 115 kilobyte screen grab that they cannot possibly blow up to the same clarity as, you know, the 3-4 plus megabyte or gigabyte image that Diamond Art Club might be working with. So that you're never going to get the clarity, you're never going to get the image that you will get from the true seller. Yeah, okay. No idea. but it's pretty. Let me turn that off. There you go. And look at the bling. The shine on the Evermoment's drills are gorgeous. Really, really cool. I am not putting this the right way around. You can twist your head if you want to. The whole point is to keep it a mystery as long as possible. But look, it's looking like there's swirls and there's an eye and there's a swirl and there's an eye and that looks like another eye here. So I'm kind of thinking butterfly, not really tiger now. There's too much pink. Don't know. We'll see. And that's only half of the painting. If that's a butterfly, there's a lot of painting to fill. Who knows? It's cool. Thank you very much, Julie. Alright, my tea is gone. Cold as it is, or tepid, lukewarm, not even. I am done. I will pack this up. I will let you guys go. What's happening this week? I might have a few free days with nothing posting because my Monday series is now finished. And I'm finding that if work has been particularly busy or hard, I haven't got the Frivolous Fridays up, so I might have to do some planning around that too. So I'll see how we go. Need to get my head around some scheduling in the background so that you guys maybe don't miss anything, but I'm organised. Yes, got lots of goodies on the way still, just to keep things ticking over, and yeah, hopefully you can join me in them, and I will see you around on the tubes. Bye for now. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.